Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party. My buddy Rhett. I've got a nut for her. Go, sweetheart. There she is. And now we are working on deferred dependencies in Angular. That to me is one of the most complex things, and we have to do some really weird stuff to get it to work right now. I'm assuming at some point Angular will have a little bit more structure. I don't know what the right way is, but probably a better way to do this in the future. But right now, this is what we got. So I'm going to go to my package.json file. I'll try to find it anyways. I don't know why my computer's being very, very unresponsive at the moment. All right. All right, so we're looking for one of our deferred dependency entries here. I've never had one of these get so big. I mean, this thing is huge. Um, it's probably literally, there we go, 10 times bigger than any one I've ever had before. So this is our geometry, deferred dependencies, scene. Scene is probably a close one. Now, we've had a lot of like refactoring for like positions of things, like locations of things. We've been moving stuff around a lot. So there's a good chance that this doesn't point, it doesn't actually build it out to the right place, but we know we want this to be our group C defense, uh, our group deferred dependencies. Now I felt like it would have been fully reasonable just to have a single class that handles all deferred dependencies. Like I don't think there's any problem with that. The only thing was I wanted to be able to. I really do think if this, I believe this project is going to succeed in the long run. And if we want it to succeed, we're going to need. I mean, as it grows out, like it's probably literally going to get 10 times the size that it is right now, right? Like all of these things right now, this is probably like, this is all ThreeJS stuff. But eventually I want to have music stuff, and then that's going to be kind of like similar patterns and stuff. And then I want to have a physics engine, and that's going to have similar patterns. And all kinds of different things are going to be like um, used all the time. And so, or it's just going to keep growing, right? So because of that, I have to really think on like not painting myself into a corner, not getting to myself where I'm stuck and I can't go because I have this architectural uh, thing holding me back. But the problem is I'm never getting to anything, right? Like I haven't moved even a millimeter closer to my goals in a long time. All right, so is that right? So it's definitely going to, I don't know if it'll be in services. Let's see. Do I have a services? Okay, I think it starts at app. Okay, yeah. So we do have a services. And then do we have an entities? So we do have an entities. And do we have an ST? We do have an ST, but I believe then, okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, that's right. So now we want to change this to group. 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 So it is a Monday morning, the 13th. Monday morning, the 13th. And it's going to be a hot one today, but it's only 72 degrees Fahrenheit out there right now. So let's go into our, not that one. There we go. npm run class st group. Oh yeah, the reason I put these into their own is just because I wanted a simple way to determine what my dependencies are. So if I had like a single class that just had all the dependencies in it, how would I know how many dependencies, what the dependencies for group are? Right? They would not be obvious. It would just be in the code, and then I'd have to kind of step through the code. But here I can just go look in its deferred dependencies. Um, so All right, so I expect this new file to show up in here, right in here with these guys. Mm, npm run. What's it saying? Class st group. What did I do? Class st group. Oh, I 2 def err. Oh man, gosh, I misspelled that completely. Is that right? Because I will copy paste it. I'll do it. Honestly, I think copy paste was one of the huge, like if you did not, if you coded before copy paste existed like I did, that was so much more impactful to coding than um, like AI, in my opinion. And I'll tell you, AI is, I don't know. I don't know. I like AI a lot, but I don't think it's anywhere, anything where they seem to think it is. It's weird to me that they're so excited about it. And I like it. I do. I really do. All right, so we know with this we need to get our inject, probably the inject and injector. I don't know why I have, oh, okay, whatever I need access to is what I need to put in here, which is the scene, I believe. So basically all of this is just because dependencies cannot, um, two dependencies can't, two for root services can't include each other directly with the inject function. And so we have to do this. And like the hardest thing for me was that, okay, so we want the st scene service. Um, the hardest thing for me was that, like, I just was like, well, if they don't allow it, like if it doesn't just work, then it's probably a bad pattern or something, but really isn't. There's absolutely nothing wrong with like two different classes needing access to each other. All right. Boom. And boom. And so, but instead of get renderer, we want to get the get. That was wild. Okay, so we're getting the st scene service, right? Because, and the only reason we need to do this is because we need to be able to ask the scene if it's got other groups, if it's got other scenes that are using the group before we delete it. Um, and that was it. That's literally the only. Okay, so here I think I can get it. So this will get the singleton scene service. And I have to get it this way, or I'll get that cyclic redundancy error. Um, so I have to wait till everything has been built out, and then I could say, hey, um, go ahead and get me the scene. And I bet you anything, I would bet money that, oh, in the future they will have a very clean way to do this. And this code is going to look weird as weird. It'll look very, very weird in the future. So you just gotta one of those things you just gotta be ready for. All right, so now we can go back to our. Let's go look at our README, or not our README. This is a different. Let's go back to here. Okay, so we did do this, so we can get rid of this, and then want our STC service. Scene. Okay, so I do not have my ST scene class. This. So I needed to pull it in up here. And I want to look, I just want to, like, I could do it. I could just figure it out, but I want to make sure that I stay super consistent with, oh, this is group. The way I did it in, like, the mesh. So let's go to the mesh, ST mesh service. And over here, we must have gotten our deferred. Yeah, there it is. So, and yeah, see, this breaks if I were to try to get it in this because it'll try to create the scene service, or at least at this point in time. Like I mentioned, things get like everything's constantly changing, and so like a friend of mine used to always, oh, there it is. A friend of mine, is this scene though? I don't want to be in scene. I want to be in group. A friend of mine used to always say, today's pattern is tomorrow's anti-pattern, and that was uh, I've found that to be absolutely true. I don't know why I don't have an ST scene service. How do I do that in Mesh again? Okay, it's the first one. It's up here, so I'm just going to copy this. I don't know why I didn't. So it goes right after the dictionary is declared. Tab. That's actually exactly right. And then this is ST scene. No, ST group. This is ST group dependencies class. And then that's got a little blue icon. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And it just brought that in from up here, which is the same directory, so that makes sense. ST group deferred dependency class. So now we have our group deferred dependency class. So now we can get our scene from our group dependency class. And we want to get an ST scene service. There we go. That looks good. Is that perfect, Rhett? Now we want to ask the scene service for get scenes for group ID. So it's going to give me, the idea is it's supposed to give me all of my, wait, did I not, I must not have imported that. Did I not import that? Let's see, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Now, in our scene service, we want to get scenes for the group ID, which is supposed to return a list of, return a list of scenes that contain the group. But right now, we don't even have any scenes. We don't have that capability, and that's one of the things that's where I'm way out of my normal routine right now. Because normally, what I would do is be testing as I go, but I can't. So now I'm going to end up creating a whole function here that I can't really try out. Like I could write unit tests or something for it, but like that isn't the same for group IDs. And when this is all said and done, that we should not even be able to put a mesh on a scene. you have to put a group on a scene. That might end up being a mistake. I don't know, but we'll find out if that's a mistake. So that function apparently, I mean, should work when the time comes. So what are we doing next? Need to get off of here. Um, where are we? We are on group service. And so these are all the scene IDs that use this group. Okay, this is a comment that I want to keep. It doesn't have one of those green check marks. Get a list of scenes using the group ID if there are other than the passed in scene. Okay, so basically I take all my scene IDs and I filter out the passed in scene. Did I change this to? Oh, okay, yeah. So I know my scene ID, and these are the scene IDs then. So here's just a comment. So now we want to check if there were, if we should delete it. I think, I can't remember why I overcomplicated this, but it seems like I probably should stay with it. I think it was because, I don't even remember why, but anyway, so let's see, just should delete. So I don't have a has other scenes function in here. So yes, I'll put one of those little, and this is my little like to do. Create a has other scenes in this class. I don't really know exactly because that does feel like it's a bit over engineered, but I don't know. Like I'm gonna give a little bit of faith in my past self that I thought that out really carefully. Um, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, like it's literally going to probably return a true if that is greater than if other scenes has anything in it. That would be my guess. I don't know. But anyways, happy coding, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Happy Monday. Be good. Bye.